Okay, let's talk about the supplies we need for this lab. First one, you need protections, you need gloves and lab coat, and you need ice. So that's for put cricket into a sleep. And then you need a different solutions. You have unknown solution A and B, and then saline, you have MSG, and 4 different concentration of ethanol. And then you need this stick, now for barbecue cricket. This one is for poking their stir side so they can respond to you. And then the syringe, I'm going to show you how to use that when we get there. And then the seal guard plate. So this seal guard plate has a rubbery bottom so you can pin your cricket in here. And this one is the most important equipment of this lab. It is called the power lab. And it functions as a multimeter, as we already discussed in the lecture part. And there are different lines coming in and out. So first one, this is the power supply for this box. And then there is this gray line, that is connection between this box to a computer. So that's how you read your data. So this is the USB connection that's connected to this power box. And then the front, you have the input and output for this power box. So first one is a bioamp cable, which is this one we're going to use. And then you are going to connect your bioamp cable to different lead wires. And this is the lead wire we're going to use today. And all these other settings are for different input and output. We don't need those things for this lab. We need that in the future. Okay, now first thing I need to show you how to plug in the lead wires to the bioamp cable. So this cap is for protecting the needles here, so you don't want to take the cap away before you use it. And now I'm going to ready to plug in this lead wires. So there are 3 of them, and they have to be color matched with the dot in here. And we only need the top row, which is the row close to the color. Okay, so this green. And then the second one is black. Oh, this is black. And this one is white. We're good. And there's 2 slots that we don't need. So if you mistakenly plug in the bottom row, you are not going to have any signals at all. Okay, so all the lines are connected. Now I need to show you where is the power switch. The power button is here. And you see there is a light coming from the front, which is this light. If you turn your power box off, the light will be off. And see, there is this on and off, and this one is for isolated stimulator. So this is not the power switch. The power switch is in the back. Okay, and then we need to tape the lead wires down because the signals are very sensitive. If you don't tape them down, if they get moved, you are going to have a lot of noise. And you have to make sure that your power switch is on before you start your software. Otherwise, your software is not going to run. Okay, let's go ahead set up a software. First one, you have to open the settings. Double click that and then find our Cricut settings, because our settings are different from different labs. So you have to use this Cricut setting particularly. So double click. And if your power box is on, you should be able to start. If not, then the software is not going to allow you to start. So my power box's power is on, so I can start. And you see this crazy line happening here. That's completely fine because we haven't anything plugged into our lead wires. The input is from the air. That's why you see this craziness going on. I'm going to change the settings so to make the readings is more comfortable for our eyes. So you can stop it. And then first thing you need to change the sampling rate from 40K per second to 10K per second. So you click this corner here, and that should be changed to 10K. So this is 10K. Make sure that's 10K, that's not 10. If you change that to 10, then your data is going to be very weird. Okay, so it's 10K. Alright, that's good. And then change the voltage range to 1 milliwatt. So now the voltage range is 200 microvolts. So you see this, the upper is 200 microvolts, and then the lower is negative 200 microvolts, right? So you want to have a larger view, so you want to change that to 1 millivolts. So in case your signal is higher, you can see that. Okay, and next one is to change the zoom in and out rate, which is here. So you see the narrower peak, you are going to zoom out. So we need 500 to 1. So you're going to see a bigger view. If you zoom in, you are going to see the details of every single peak. And if you zoom that really out and hit start, it's going to run very fast. You are going to feel overwhelmed. So change that back to start with 500 to 1, and that line should move at a comfortable rate. And later on, if you want to see more detail, you can zoom in and zoom out. Okay. The next one, we need to change the filters. If you go to this raw signal here, and then click bioamp, and go to the high pass, we change that to 100 Hertz. 100 Hertz. And hit OK. And that will filter out a lot of noise for us. Okay, now it's ready to go. Now I hit start. Your line should go at a comfortable rate that your eye can catch the changes. Okay, you can stop it. Now let's go ahead and start our Cricut. Okay, so these are our Cricut. I'm gonna pick one of them and then put them on ice. So what I'm gonna do is pick up one and toss it to the holes that I make on ice and cover it so they don't jump away. They're pretty good at jumping. Okay, I'm gonna catch one. Okay, and toss it and cover by ice. So you don't see them there on the ice somewhere. Okay, it's here. And 3 minutes, they are gonna fall asleep. Okay, when we're waiting, let's talk about how to use the syringe. So this is an insulin syringe, which means people use this to inject insulin when they need it. So this insulin syringe will hold up to 50 units of insulin. And in our situation, we need the volume. The whole syringe will hold half a ml. So it's 500 microliter. If 50 units is 500 microliter, so per unit is going to be 10 microliter, right? So our lab would need 30 microliter, which means your label will go to 3. So how to load your syringe? First one, you take the cap off and you get your saline, and then there is a little bit air, so you have to get rid of the air by pushing away. Just get rid of the air, and then you're ready to load. So you can load all the way to 10 or 6 or 7 because you're going to get some air in there. So load. Okay, so I get 7, and then there is some air trapped in here, so I can get rid of the air by tapping it. Okay, and I'm gonna tap more. So now you see the air get to the top, and then you can expel the air. Okay, I'm going to use a Kim wipe to get rid of the extra saline. Okay, so now I have my solution go all the way up to 6, which means I have 60 microliter. So if you are going to injection, let's say this is the Cricut, you're going to injection, so you can just go all the way to 3. That way you inject 30 microliter, right? Okay. Okay, the Cricut is ready. Let's pin it down. So belly up, and then the green electrode goes to the thoracic, which is the chest region. You have to go relay to the center of the Cricut. Okay, and pin all the way through into the seal guard, so when you lift, the Cricut is not going to fall out. And next one is the black pin. It goes to where the belly and the leg connect. Okay, and then the last one is a white that goes to the end of the belly. right? Okay, now let's go ahead and start our recording. Okay, I hit start and get ready to poke. So I poke this third side and you see there's a line change, and second time, and then third time. Okay, and I want to auto scale my chart because the range that I have is too small to see these big spikes, so the auto scale adjust my voltage range. Now I'm gonna inject the solution, which is this case is saline. Okay, 30 microliters of saline, and then I'll wait for a few seconds and get my stick ready. Now I'm gonna poke. So this is the first stimulus, and then second stimulus, and then third stimulus. Okay, so I'm done. I'm gonna stop, and then I need to add my comment because if I don't, I will forget. So go to comment, add new comment, and this is going to be for my first stimulus. I put my cursor there and then type in S1. That's for my first stimulus, and then second one, comments. Add comments. That's going to be my second one, S2, and add. And the third one, put my cursor there. Press 3. Okay, and then I need to comment where my injection starts, so where the line started to become crazy, so that's where injection happens. So this is saline injection. And add. Okay, and I need to comment my other stimulus after the injection. So that's the first injection after saline, so S1 again, and then next one, put my cursor there first and add comment. Oops. S2. Good. And then the last one, S3. All right. Okay, I'm gonna save my file. I already have one. I'm named this one second. The first one was not well recorded, so I hit save. Now I'm going to get rid of this Cricut and load my syringe for my another drug, and then get another sleeping Cricut and pin it down. I resume my recording by hitting start and do my 3 stimulus before the injection, and then wait for a few seconds and do the injection, and then wait for a few seconds and then do another 3 stimulus and stop my recording and my comment. And remember to save the file. So I'm going to save all the data in one file, and then we'll repeat this to test all my drugs. And in the end, I'll have one data file that hold all my recordings, and we're going to take a look at my data file in another video.